Could Zach LaVine potentially ask the Chicago Bulls for a trade? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Style back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk about the Chicago Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan and you're not subscribed to the channel, you need to be, because I do post the latest and greatest with the Chicago Bulls, and you are going to want to stay tuned and subscribed and turn on the post notifications so you're notified every time I drop a new video, and follow me on my social media, guys. So with that being said, we've got a major rumor, if you will, news story, something like that, okay? Essentially, Zach LaVine was trending on Twitter today, and the reason why is because Ian Begley, who is a reporter for the Knicks and the Nets, put out a story that said that the Knicks and the Nets have done some background work on Zach LaVine in the event that he potentially asks the Bulls for a trade. So why is this story out there? Like, where would it even come from? Let's talk about it, and let's talk about the possibility of LaVine even entertaining and thinking about a trade. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's break down this story. So obviously, as I mentioned, this has been reported by Ian Begley, who is a legitimate reporter. I followed his work for a number of years. Obviously, he covers the Knicks and the Nets. He's a good reporter. So this is a legitimate story in the sense of the source itself, okay? But let's talk about the story itself, okay? When they say the Knicks and the Nets have done background work on Zach LaVine, what does that even mean, right? Background work? Well, it's not much, okay? Because if you read the article, they also talk about how, you know, the Knicks and the Nets potentially looked at Devin Booker, guys like Donovan Mitchell. So it's not just Zach LaVine. There's other guys as well. And what do we know? We know the Knicks literally get linked to a new free agent every single year, okay? They're always linked to free agents. And what ends up happening? They get nobody. Nil, nada, squat, zero, okay? They end up not getting anybody, or they get a completely different free agent that they were looking for. So to me, I am not that worried about the background work. Now, let's talk about Zach LaVine and the potential for asking for a trade. First and foremost, Zach LaVine's under contract for 2 more seasons. Okay, that is important. Why? Because people tend to just overlook the fact that if you're contractually under contract, obviously, you have to play. And if you want to request a trade, I mean, that obviously can happen unless there's a no trade clause or something like that in a contract. But point being is Zach LaVine's not a free agent for 2 more seasons, okay? The second part of this, asking for a trade. Right now, I don't believe Zach LaVine's going to do anything, okay? Because he wants to see how this new management with Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley is going to pan out. Now, everybody knows the focus is going to be on the decision with Jim Boylen. And this is what I'm worried about. Because if Zach LaVine asks for a trade, I guarantee you part of it is going to be if they, and when I say they, the new Bulls front office, ends up keeping Jim Boylen, okay? That's the biggest thing, is if they end up keeping Jim Boylen, yeah, then I could see Zach LaVine saying, look, this is not the right coach that I want to play for. And at that point, could I see him asking for a trade? Sure, but not just Zach LaVine. I could see a number of players on this team asking for a trade, because I'm telling you, they are not fans of Jim Boylen. Nobody is really, outside of maybe, I don't even know, okay? Nobody's a fan on this team of Jim Boylen. Outside of actually the Bulls ownership, right? Because we always hear reports about how the ownership likes him, and obviously Gar and Pax, not Gar anymore because he's gone, but John Paxson certainly. So besides that, okay, but point being is, yeah, I could see anybody on the Bulls, period, player-wise, asking for a trade if they keep Jim Boylen. But, again, I expect the Bulls front office to do the right thing and not keep Jim Boylen, okay? That is the scenario where I do see it happening. But as of right now, I don't believe they will, and so I don't believe Zach LaVine will request a trade. So Bulls fans don't have to worry about that, because I don't think it happens, okay? But the other thing I do want to just mention is if Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley and this new front office decides that they have a vision for how they want to rebuild this team that doesn't include Zach LaVine, well, then that could be another reason why Zach LaVine could either ask for a trade or they could trade him. Now, Zach LaVine's a very good player, a very solid player. I think he's got all the potential in the world right now with how the team is set up and, the direction I see the team going in. I wouldn't trade him. But again, it all depends on the plan and how, the Bulls' new front office wants to construct the team, right? If you are, trying to rebuild and you just want to scrap everything and just accumulate draft picks and I hope you land a number one pick. Well, in that instance, that could happen. Now, some people out there say Zach LaVine's not good enough to be the number one best player on the team, and that could be true. Zach LaVine, again, I don't think he is the best player you can have on a championship team, but the Bulls are not a championship team right now. So again, there is a lot that can happen. But as far as Zach LaVine asking for a trade, that's not going to happen unless the Bulls keep Jim Boylen or something catastrophic happens. And as of right now, I'm not expecting either, so I don't think we have to worry. So there you have it, folks. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.